So the Dallas Cowboys held a practice with the Los Angeles Rams and they were given a reality check. In this video, we'll talk about that and other takeaways from practice, so let's get to it. Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. On Tuesday, the Cowboys held their joint practice with the LA Rams, and it is one of the biggest days from their entire training camp and preseason. The reason why is very simple. Cowboys starters are not going to play in the preseason, but they do play in this joint practice. The reason is very obvious, of course. There's a whistle that teams can control a little bit better. Quarterbacks are not driven to the ground, and there are no big hits. Though there were some in this particular practice, I will say that. So let's dive into some takeaways, and let's start with the reality check that the Cowboys were given on this one. The fact is, based on the clips that we saw on social media from reporters and from the takes of beat reporters that are on site over in Oxnard, California, the Cowboys got kind of dominated on the trenches by the Rams defensive line. Now, granted, this is a very good defensive line that we're talking about. Jared Verse is absolutely an elite edge rusher. Poona Ford is a great defensive tackle. They've got Byron Young. They've got plenty of characters on that front seven. And the fact is, they didn't allow the Cowboys to do much in the running game, if anything. The Cowboys tried to run outside, they got stopped. The Cowboys tried to run inside, they got stopped. Now, some of it, and I'm not trying to make any excuses here, but some of it, if we're being fair, had to do with Jared Verse being matched up versus second-year backup left tackle Nate Thomas. That's a mismatch, and Verse is going to win that any day of the week. There were some plays where Jared Verse caught Thomas completely out of position with inside moves. He got tackled for a loss. He was on fire. I'm just talking about the run game. Now, additionally, Tyler Smith was out for several reps with the first team, so that was noteworthy. But pretty much every Cowboys reporter that was there was pretty honest by saying, hey, the Rams won this battle, 100%. Nick Harris from Fourth Ward Star Telegram posted it. It's been a lot of blown up plays in the run game for the Cowboys offense today. Not much on the ground today for the Cowboys is what John Machota added. However, there's one run play that did get me very excited, and that is a particular counter concept where you see TJ Voss pulling from the left guard spot to get the linebacker at the end of the line of scrimmage, and then you see Cooper Beebe just shooting straight through the middle of the offensive line as a pulling blocker too, leading the way for Javonte Williams. Now, let me remind you very quickly about this. The Cowboys ran the 30th most counter attempts in the 2024 season. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, where new offensive coordinator Clayton Adams comes from, ran it the second most. Counter is going to be a part of the Cowboys' identity, and that gets me so excited, especially because soon we will be watching that with Tyler Smith, with Tyler Booker, Cooper Beebe, fun combos of offensive linemen. So yes, the Cowboys got dominated in the run game, but still, there are some things to be excited about, 100%. Now, let's get to some other quick takeaways. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb were honestly lighting it up. In 2024, these two struggled early in the season because CeeDee Lamb was obviously not around for camp while he was negotiating a long-term deal, but they are on the same page this time around. There's one play where CeeDee Lamb gets freed up pretty early in the play and he raises his hand to tell Dak Prescott, I'm here. And Dak Prescott throws the ball inside perfectly to set up CeeDee Lamb for the yards after the catch. And that's just one play. CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott were on fire in this particular practice, and I'm excited about seeing them together. Now, another is, we talked about it briefly, but Nate Thomas is a little bit of a concern. Tyler Guyton, we still don't know if he will be ready to go week 1 versus the Philadelphia Eagles. He's still dealing with that injury, but man, hopefully either Nate Thomas steps up in the next month or Guyton is able to go because, hey, Jared Verse is a great defender, so that's a mismatch. But the Eagles also have a great defensive line. And last but not least, Joe Milton, who is going to be a huge part of the Cowboys preseason, had himself a day that started with an epic 65-yard bomb to Jalen Brooks. But that wasn't it. That was not it, because we know about the fake arm. That's not what impresses us anymore. We need to see accuracy. We need to see touch. And there were some throws over the middle of the field where Joe Milton was connected with Cavante Turpin, with others going over defenders. I'm excited about Joe Milton. Let's see how his preseason goes. So stay tuned here at A to Z Sports Dallas for more Cowboys content.